up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. Got another awesome countdown for you guys. Once again, thank you for the support. We couldn't do it without you. As an amateur rocker, I'm sure many of you have spent some time recording yourself or others playing the electric guitar. And why not? With modern technology, recording is now easier than ever, and it's a great way to better understand your playing. Plus, who wouldn't want to listen back to their sweet licks whenever their heart desires? In an effort to make sure you're capturing the best tone possible, this week we're counting down the best ways to mic a guitar amp. Let's get to it. Line out! Yeah, I know this isn't technically miking the amp, but it's still an important way to capture the sound your amp head produces. If you're using an interface that has a high Z input, it's very easy to bypass the amp speaker and go straight into whatever you're using to capture the audio. This can be very important if you'd like to have more tone control when you're mixing your track, or if you have a digital audio workstation that has the ability to model a particular amplifier. Just a condenser. Large diaphragm condenser mics are pretty good at capturing warm, mid-range tones on a guitar, but like with any microphone, where you place it is extremely important. Make sure you know where the actual speaker is in your amp, because the closer you place the microphone to the center of the speaker, the brighter the sound is. Also, if the mic is further away from the cab, the tones will be less defined. Placing a large diaphragm condenser really close to the cabinet, just off center from the speaker, for me is the ultimate sweet spot. Just a ribbon. Alright, before I get too deep on this one, I have to say, ribbon microphones are generally pretty fragile, so if you're using a nice ribbon mic to record, handle with care. Because ribbon mics typically pick up what's going on directly in front of them and what's directly behind them, you may want to consider another mic if you're recording in a space that's, let's say, acoustically problematic. But if you have a decent room and you trust yourself not to break it, the flat yet smooth frequency response of a ribbon make it an ideal choice for miking a guitar amp. Just a dynamic. Now on the flip side, dynamic mics, and the SM57 in particular, are virtually indestructible, but don't try. And for the price, they're one of the best microphones to have in your arsenal. Dynamic mics are usually the first choice for miking a guitar amp because of their high mid-range attack and the fact that it rolls off lower frequencies. They allow guitar tones to cut through the noise, and it also reduces other issues you may run into when you get a mic really close to a guitar cab. It's safe to say you can throw one of these bad boys at a guitar amp and get a pretty decent sound without trying too hard. Two mics really close. Nothing works better than a winning combination. I always start with a dynamic mic like the SM57 and use a condenser or a ribbon mic to capture some of the low end. But because you're now using two sources, it's important to keep the mics relatively close together. To avoid getting too technical, I'll just say that if your mics are too far apart from each other, they might sound fine individually, but listening to them together might alter the tone in an undesirable way. Despite this challenge, using two mics is definitely a great way to capture a full tone and give you plenty to work with after you finish recording. Do you have a special way you mic your amp to get the best sound? Let us know down in the comments section, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, you guys.